Sean, let's see if you can transport a strike right down the middle. He's got the sign. Here's the pitch. One-hop strike on the corner. Thank you, Sean. Enjoy tonight's game. And that was Bo Jaworski trying out a new position, catching.
Following is a presentation of Futures League Sea Unicorn Baseball. And now with the call of the game, Adam Plager.
Norwich Unicorn Baseball is on the air from Dodd Stadium. Adam Plager alongside Ryan Palillo as the Norwich Unicorns get set to wrap up the home-and-home series with the visiting Worcester Bravehearts, and it was pure dominance in the 7th inning and later. Ryan, this has been a trend for this team. How does 10 in the 7th sound, and maybe just 6 more for fun in the 8th inning? 16-0 win for Norwich last night. Winners of 7 of their last 8, and I tell you what, they're playing some of their best baseball right now.
Yeah, they are right now, and I feel like I keep saying this, but Norwich really knows how to get hot at the right times. We're coming up on the All-Star break, and the season is really rounding its end, but Norwich comfortably, well, I say comfortably lightly, sitting at first atop Futures League standings, and what a time to do so.
Norwich currently 27-16 through 43 contests. Well, fans, I think it's time to get you the 3 things you need to know ahead of first pitch. Unicorn fans, happy Saturday night. That's right, we're at the Shipwreck Ice Cream Bar, and that resembles the offense for Norwich as of late. Norwich winning big last night, 16-0. That's right, let's get you the 3 things you need to know ahead of first pitch. Thing number 1, Norwich on a roll as of late, winners of 7 of their last 8 contests, 7-3 in their last 10, and stand alone atop the Future League standings, 27-16 through their first 43 games. Thing number 2, well, good luck after the 7th inning or later. Norwich has outscored opponents 102-38 between the 7th and 8th innings. Norwich scoring all their runs last night in the 7th and 8th, 10 in the 7th and 6 more in the 8th, en route to a 16-0 victory. And thing number 3, Norwich is going to hand the baseball over to UConn product Hector Alejandro. He'll make his 4th start of the summer for Norwich, a 3-0 record with a 3.43 ERA. All right, fans, that's the 3 things you need to know ahead of first pitch as the Saturday night entertainment series continues right here at Dodd Stadium. All right, well, Ryan, you talked about the All-Star game. Well, why don't we talk about the home run derby, because Alex Zari, he slugs his 3rd home run of the summer yesterday, a double as well. Let's show you exactly what we're talking about. 2-for-4 game for the Quinnipiac Bobcat product, and here's a look at it as we pull that one up on the screen. I think that swing that you're going to see right there, that looks good for the home run derby. You replicate that, he might bring the title home.
Yeah, I think he can, and you know what? Give credit to the Sea Unicorns. They hit it a notoriously difficult field to send it home with, so got to think that's got to be a little bit of training for the arms there in terms of hitting. Alex Zari, congratulations on the selection.
Yeah, no, it's going to be exciting to watch him try and crank them out of here at Dodd Stadium, as you talked about, notoriously a graveyard to try and hit them out of. 2 of his 3 home runs have gone out of the ballpark at Fitton Field. He's had some success against this Worcester team. 14 of his RBIs coming against Worcester. Another couple hits for him yesterday. And let's not forget, he was in a bit of a cold streak, trying to figure things out. I think the swing's starting to come together for him.
You're right. This season, he has had his ups and downs, had a strong start, lost himself a little bit, but really right now, towards this last stretch of the season, Alex Zari is turning back into what the Sea Unicorns know that he's able to be, which is a key component to victory.
Oh, we had a chance to catch up with the infielder Alex Zari. He talks about that selection to the Home Run Derby, his recent success, and the success of the team as of late. For more on that, here is my conversation with Alex Zari. Unicorns back at home to wrap up a home-and-home series with the Worcester Bravehearts. I'm Adam Plager, joined now by infielder Alex Zari. Well, let's start by this. You're going to be performing in the Home Run Derby. Get to do it at home. What's that experience going to be like for you?
Can't wait. I mean, I think we've had a great home crowd all year. Getting to go out against some of the best power guys in the league should be a lot of fun.
Your bats come to life. I think yesterday was a great example of that. Clear the deck out there over the wall in right field, a double for you. Just talk about the way your bat's been heating up as of late.
Oh yeah, I mean, especially playing so many games, summer ball is definitely a grind. You go through the highs, go through the lows, but just trying to able get hot at the right time coming to the end of the year here.
It's no secret that this team likes playing in the 7th inning or later. 10-run eruption in the 7th, add 6 more in the 8th inning. But that's been the theme all year. Just talk about the fight in this group.
I mean, yeah, I can't be understated, but I think we have a lot of grind in the team. I think we are never out of it, which is great, and it's always fun to play with the guys. So even the games we don't come back, we're always giving it a good fight. So no matter what's going on, we still always got a chance.
The pitching staff has been dominant as of late. Teo, no hit, 4 innings, and you hold the offense of Worcester, who's been at the top of the league for most of the season. There's just 2 hits last night. Just talk about what you've seen out of the pitching staff and the way they control the game.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I think the great part about the staff is that they don't ever try to do too much. They always do their job. And same thing with the hitters too. So you never put too much pressure on yourself, just going out and doing your best.
Worcester once again here tonight, home and home series. How do you try and continue some success against this Worcester team?
I mean, I think they've had a lot of really good outings. I think our pitcher yesterday threw amazing. So just coming back to the ballpark and not taking anybody lightly and just coming out and playing our game. So.
Unicorn fans, that is infielder Alex Zari. First pitch here tonight, 6:30 local time, as the Norwich Unicorns will face. Well, Norwich last night, 16 runs, 16 hits. Well, I can tell you how half of them were accumulated. Bo Jaworski in the number 9 hole. He raises his batting average because of that, over 60 points. He's now a .295 hitter. And Ryan, tonight he's going to bat leadoff. And Sean Callahan, also 4 hits. He batted 3rd in the lineup. He's going to give some balance to this lineup here tonight. He'll bat in the number 6 spot here tonight for Kevin Murphy's team. Top to bottom, lots of balance. Let's take you through some of those highlights. We'll first start with Bo Jaworski, show you what he was able to do. 4-hit game, and really nice to see him start to find his form here against this Worcester Bravehearts team. Here's a look at that as we pop that on the screen.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Hand highlights. We'll get you the Bo Jaworski highlights at one point here for you, and we get a chance to do that, which will come up shortly. But again, Sean Callahan, 4 singles, could have taken a couple extra bases, but Norwich at the end of the game just playing station to station. And again, these are some big bats, starting to show some pop here, Ryan.
Yeah, and Sean Callahan, he's getting hot, and he's really been hot. Him and Bo Jaworski, he's a guy also who he's been on this team for quite the duration. We've seen a lot of guys come and go, but having both of them in the lineup and really this lineup across the board, Kevin Murphy's not messing around with the batting.
No, not at all. And this is the part of the season where you want to start to get guys going. Now Bo Jaworski, he had 4 hits himself. We'll show you what he was able to do for this Norwich offense last night. Big win for Norwich, but again, you don't win by that kind of score unless you get production throughout the lineup. Bo Jaworski is going to be rewarded for that. He's the leadoff man here tonight.
Yeah, and what a guy. Bo Jaworski, hometown kid. He knows Dodd Stadium like no one else. And having him, Bo Jaworski landing a first, Caden Dossett too, and AJ Soldier number 3. Kevin Murphy likes the start of his lineup, and it's no different tonight.
No, absolutely not. And Bo Jaworski is some familiarity here. This is his 2nd summer here in Norwich. Played at Killingly High School, played in the ECC tournament right here at Dodd Stadium. He's starting to get comfortable, and let me tell you, watch out because he's a big bat for Norwich. When he gets right, Sean Callahan's really getting the motor working for him. Talked about Caden Dosa. Well, did I tell you? 6 consecutive multi-hit performances. We'll take a break and step aside. Don't go anywhere. Lineup stand. First pitch right around the corner.
Thank you, Emily. And now, let's play ball.
Norwich ready to get back to work here at home as they will hand the baseball over to Hector Alejandro. We'll take a look at the batting order as architected by the manager, Alex Zari of the Worcester Bravehearts, as they look to try and get back on track. Leading off, the second baseman, Shea Grady. He's an all-star. Batting second, the shortstop, Henry DiGiorio. Batting third in right field, Owen Pinsent. Dylan LaPointe is the DH. He had both hits last night for the Worcester Bravehearts. Underway, a swing and a miss there for strike one at 6:32 local time. A beautiful night here for baseball from the Rose City. You'll look at Alejandro's numbers in a moment. On the ground to short, collected there by Zari. Will fire across the diamond in time for out number one. Here's a look at the numbers for Hector Alejandro. A 3-0 record for the Yukon product, the right-hander. 18 and a third innings worked and an ERA of 3.43. Alejandro has been electric for Norwich as of late, looking to try and keep the same ship sailing here tonight. Delivery home to the shortstop, DiGiorio, is inside for ball one, and that ground out ends a 3-game streak of Hector Alejandro beginning his starts with strikeouts, all of those looking, but you take that economically, and the pitch count certainly enjoys that.
And also a sigh of relief for Norwich retiring Shea Grady, someone who can be really dangerous. That's most certainly why he's the leadoff batter here, getting him on base, almost certainty for a run.
So it's the shortstop, Henry DiGiorio, in the air to left field. There is A.J. Soldra to take care of the shortstop, Henry DiGiorio, who we saw as the leadoff hitter last night in Worcester. 2 up and 2 down. It'll bring up the all-star outfielder, Owen Pinsent. A look at Norwich here defensively at third base, Nick Tomasetto. He'll be in the all-star game next week. The shortstop, Alex Zari. Nick Storino, he did win the fan vote, so he is going to represent Team Rose City. He's at second base. Bo Jaworski, the leadoff hitter, at first base. And the outfield, A.J. Soldra, who's been by far and away one of the most consistent players for Norwich in left field. The center fielder, Caden Dosa, whose bat has been white hot for Norwich since he's joined the ball club. And Sean Callahan talking about white hot bats. He's in right field. Plenty of danger throughout this lineup that Kevin Murphy's going to feature here tonight. Here comes the 1-1 home. Tapped back foul for strike two. And the pitcher-catcher battery is Hector Alejandro tossing to Owen Turner. Count 1 ball and 2 strikes to the right fielder, Owen Pinsent. The delivery home is reached out, poked to shallow right field. Moving back, Jaworski will make the play to end the inning. Alejandro retires Worcester in order in the first, headed to the home first. Next, right here on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Sports.
Buy better. Better it burns. Much better. So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns. You buy better it burns. You buy better.
Summer is here and the temps are soaring, but it seems like insurance prices are too. Let the Burns Agency bring the relief. Our quality coverage at unmatched pricing with top-notch service makes us the trusted choice for Eastern Connecticut. Home, auto, business, life, the Burns Agency does it all. We're a third-generation, locally owned and operated agency with 2 convenient locations. Walk in, give us a call, or chat online today. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Better. Better it burns. Much better. So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns. You buy better it burns. You buy better.
Welcome back to Norwich. No score between the Norwich Unicorns and the Worcester Bravehearts as we ramp up a home-and-home series here at Dodd Stadium. A look at the batting order for the Unicorns as designed by manager Kevin Murphy. Leading off at first base, Bo Jaworski. Batting second in center field, Caden Dosa. A.J. Soldra bats third. He's in left field. Connor Lane back into the lineup. He's the cleanup hitter, the DH. Batting fifth at third base, Nick Tomasetto. Sean Callahan bats sixth. He's in right field. Alex Zari, the shortstop, batting seventh. Owen Turner, the catcher, he bats eighth. And Nick Storino at second base. Batting ninth as they will match up here tonight with right-hander out of Wolford College, Noah McMahon. 6'2", 175. He will make his fourth start of the summer, seventh appearance. He also has a save to his name. 16 innings worked and a 3.37 ERA as Jaworski swings through strike one. After a productive night for Jaworski, the average is increased to 295, right below the 300 threshold. As ball one misses up and away, and the count is even. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And you got to feel good for Jaworski now that he's finally found his rhythm. And I know we keep mentioning this in the pregame.
On the ground to second, Shea Grady shifting over, will fire to first in time to take care of the dangerous hitter, Bo Jaworski, for out number one. It will bring up Caden Dosa, who's riding a 6-game hitting streak. OPS over 1,000, team leader in batting average, 483. It is something of another dimension for Caden Dosa, who collected 3 hits in the ball game last night, including his first double of the summer. He's been a hitting machine for Norwich. They'll try and go to work against the starter, McMahon. Fires ball one up and in to the Yale product, Caden Dosa. Dosa at the right side of the box, 6 feet 195 out of Mill Valley, California. 1-0 delivery is a fly ball lifted out to left field, still backing up and shy of the warning track is D'Alessandro to make the catch on it. 2 up and 2 down for Norwich in the home first. Look at the defensive alignment for the Worcester Bravehearts. At third base, Max LaFrancois. At shortstop, Henry DiGiorio. Shea Grady at second base. And Carter Hansen at first. In the outfield from left to right, Max D'Alessandro is in left field. Cody Smith in center field. And the right fielder is Owen Pinson. So strike one is fired to the All-Star A.J. Soldra. The pitcher-catcher battery, Noah McMahon. Tossing to catcher Wyatt Hoffman, who's completing his summer in Worcester this weekend. This is going to be his final game with the Bravehearts. A bouncing ball to the rubber, underhand flip, low throw collected by Hansen. Norwich goes down in order in the first. No score after one in the Rose City. You're watching Norwich Scenic Horn Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Sports.
Safe to visit the dentist. In a word, yes, especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
About set for the second inning here in Norwich. Hector Alejandro will be greeted by the dangerous bat of Dylan LaPointe, who is an all-star for the Worcester Bravehearts. LaPointe had both hits in the ball game last night for Worcester. One coming off the starting pitcher. Both coming off relievers. Teo Spadaccini tossing a no-hitter through 4 innings. So again, it's going to be dangerous part of the order for Worcester. Dylan LaPointe, followed by newcomer Max D'Alessandro. He did not play in the ball game last night, nor did Cody Smith, the center fielder. Alejandro, his last time out against the Road Warriors was a 7-3 win back on July 12th. 4 innings worked, allowed 2 earned runs on 5 hits. Over the last 2 starts for Alejandro, 1-0, 9 innings worked, and has allowed just 3 earned runs and 8 hits. Norwich expecting another quality start from the right-hander Alejandro. who is 6'1", 215. Delivery home is swing and a miss there for strike one. Tied up LaPointe with the inside pitch to work ahead of the cleanup hitter. Point batting .296 so far this summer for Worcester. The 0-1 home is a swing and a miss for strike two. Norwich at standard depth here defensively. Beautiful night here in eastern Connecticut as the sun starts to slowly set. Here comes the 0-2 upstairs for ball one. Dylan LaPointe, .296 hitter. This is his 32nd game with the Bravehearts and his 116th plate appearance. What Alejandro wants to do with two strikes. The 1-2 delivery is a breaking ball, popped up, foul ground. Jaworski underneath it to make the catch for the first out in the Worcester second. Consecutive pop outs to first base. That's where Bo Jaworski's hanging out here tonight. Those are all because of the pitching from Hector Alejandro. He's tying up. He's getting into the hands of the righty bats of Worcester. This will bring up the left fielder, Max D'Alessandro. Recent addition, just the 9th game this summer for D'Alessandro. He's out in left field here tonight. Aggressive on the first pitch. A chopper to short. Here is Zari across the diamond in time to take care of the speedy left fielder, D'Alessandro. And just like that, 5 retired in order for Hector Alejandro as he'll meet with the center fielder, Cody Smith.
Congratulations, Cody.
Yeah, and that was a beautiful play there by the defense. I know it looks routine there, the throw from Irizarry to Jaworski, but really a lot of the times we see the Sea Unicorns get themselves into pickles is when there are issues on the defense. We've seen some errors here and there, but Irizarry, great play.
This will bring up Cody Smith. First lefty bat we've seen in the batting order for the Bravehearts as Alejandro is working ahead. Ready on lefty matchup in a no ball, 1 strike count. The 0-1 coming home is back to the screen for strike two. Saturday night entertainment series rolling on here in Norwich. Thank you to Cody Bondra for coming out with the pregame concert, which began at 4:30 when the gates opened. Here comes the 0-2 delivery. There's a fly ball lifted out to left field. Racing into it is A.J. Soldra. Sprawls out and makes a diving catch. Let's take a look back at the A.J. Soldra. That's why he's an all-star. Both ends of the diamond, offensively and defensively. As we bring that one up for you on the replay, took away a potential extra base hit from the center fielder, Cody Smith. And with that, we're headed to the bottom of the second. No score between the Norwich Unicorns and the Worcester Bravehearts. You're watching Norwich Unicorn Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Sports.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
Why are we getting killed like this?
Kyle's not here. Got caught drinking beer in the park a couple of nights ago.
Really?
Yeah, 0 tolerance. He's out for the season.
Harsh.
Hey, he knew not to drink. We've made that clear to all of our kids, right?
No, not really.
Bill, if we don't tell them what we expect and why they shouldn't drink, how are they going to know?
Talk. They hear you. For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Ready to go back here in Norwich, and a special guest, fans. That's Cody Bondra, just talking about you as we headed into the inning break. First of all, thanks for coming on.
Of course. You can't beat this. This was a wonderful time before the game, and the game's off to a good start. Looks like it should be a good matchup tonight.
No, this has been a classic pitcher's duel. We were welcomed by that last night in Worcester. And again, first of all, thanks for coming out. I mean, that was unbelievable watching you perform. Just talk about what maybe got you into music and kind of that career path for you.
So I started playing music, oddly enough, after college. I was an athlete up until college, but unlike these players, I realized in college that it probably wasn't going to go any further. So I needed something to fill the time, so I picked up a guitar, and luckily my parents were supportive, and here we are at Dodd Stadium, and it was an honor to be here. And I'm from Hartford area, but we always have a close connection to this part of the state. Our first ever arena show is at Mohegan Sun down the road, so love this part of the state.
Yeah, Mohegan just a short drive away as Connor Lane goes down on strikes. Any music inspirations for you? What artists did you grow up listening to?
Yeah, my favorite artist growing up was Bon Jovi, and a lot of that fun, energetic music, which is oddly enough what I use as my walk-up song when I used to play baseball was It's My Life by Bon Jovi. And I see some of these kids are going with throwbacks for their walk-up songs. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I was listening to you perform earlier, a lot of different country music. What, I guess, style, genre would you kind of describe your music as?
They call us country. I always thought we were more rock, but then I guess rock and country is kind of, the lines are blending tremendously these days. So country music, and I'm happy with that. There's a lot of great country acts, actually. Nick Bossy, who's going to be performing at the All-Star game that you guys are hosting this week. He's performing at the Home Run Derby, actually. If you guys are listening out there, definitely come check them out. Great Connecticut artist, and a fantastic band behind him. And it should be a wonderful time with the Home Run Derby as well.
Yeah, is Nick someone that you kind of knew growing up, or what was it like just to have someone like Nick from the area, maybe someone that you could share ideas with?
So I've never actually met Nick. I met him in passing, like different things. I don't know if we've ever had the chance to talk, but his lead guitar player, Don Barnes, and I are actually good friends. And first hit of the game. There we go, fellas.
There we go. That's a base hit back up the middle by the All-Star. Nick Tomasetto right back up the middle. Took it where it came from. Norwich has themselves a one-out base runner thanks to the work of Nick Tomasetto. Norwich has themselves their first base run of the ball game for the white-hot bat of Sean Callahan. Look at those numbers from Sean Callahan that will pull up for you as he digs in at the left side of the box. 4 for 5 last night, and the average now at 291. It'll be Sean Callahan going up against the starter, Noah McMahon, as a check swing is downstairs for ball 1.
But yeah, no, Don Barnes, who's an incredible guitar player, is with Nick Bossy, and him and I have known each other for quite a while. But no, just having someone in the scene like Nick, and just musicians, unlike sports, it's like there's no team to make or to get cut from. Everybody's kind of pulling for everyone because you can't play every venue every night. So I think we're all rooting for each other, and to have somebody in the state like Nick and like Donnie and some of the other great acts that Connecticut has, it's an honor to be part of that and part of the country scene at the moment.
Yeah, that's something that I resonate with. I grew up playing hockey and baseball myself.
Where'd you play hockey?
I grew up in California, but played for the Connecticut Junior Rangers for a summer over in Stamford.
There you go.
No, but that was a lot of fun. And after the playing career ended and got cut from a team at the collegiate level, really took up broadcasting. Ground ball over to first. Hanson over to second for 1.
Good play.
That's only going to take care of the lead runner as he fires over to Henry DiGiorio. So Norwich still has themselves a base runner with 2 outs. And for you, obviously, Dodd Stadium, very historical site.
Absolutely.
Favorite venues that you've gotten to perform at?
This is definitely one of them. I played New Britain Stadium, so I was telling the crowd before, I kind of live in New Britain Bees territory, but I'm definitely a Sea Unicorns fan now. But no, Dodd Stadium, coming to see the Norwich Navigators growing up and the Connecticut Tigers. And I have to say, you guys are doing a fantastic job keeping kind of the spirit of every team that came before you alive, out going to the pro shop before the game. You had the Defenders jackets and the Navigators t-shirts and everything, because there's a rich history here, and Norwich is a fantastic baseball town. Great music town, too. Like I said, the crowd was fun before the show, and you guys are doing a great job keeping that alive, and there's no surprise why you guys are hosting the All-Star game this year. So keep that going. It's a beautiful night at the ballpark. And if you haven't come out to a game yet, you should definitely do it. You guys, when do you wrap up your regular season? August 3rd?
Yeah, August 3rd. Well, it's going to be August 4th because it's some rain delays.
Tell
and
me
then,
about it.
yeah. Did you get to play right here at Dodd Stadium growing up? I know you said you got to play baseball.
No, we never did. I stopped playing baseball my freshman year of high school because I switched to hockey full time. And, I always thought I was a great hockey player until we played kids from Massachusetts and New York, and then figured out I was not a very good hockey player. But had fun nonetheless. So, like, watching these players and all the kids from the different schools, it reminds me of a fun time in my life when I used to play sports, and seeing all these kids. I call them kids, but they're adults obviously at this point. But seeing what the Futures League does, and congratulations to Kalen Culpepper for getting drafted there to the Minnesota Twins. It's a fun time watching players like this because you never know what's going to happen. You could see one of these guys on a big league field any day.
Yeah, I mean, first round selection too, Kalen Culpepper by the Minnesota Twins, and like you said, you grew up getting to watch the Navigators and the Connecticut Defenders. What was it like just getting to come to the ballpark and watch professional baseball?
Well, as a little kid, I mean, nothing beats it, especially on a great summer night when the lights start shining and they do great jobs with like fireworks and all the different theme nights. It's just it's so big when you come to it for the first time, and as you get older and you start coming back, you still learn new things about the ballpark. And Norwich, Dodd Stadium's one of those ballparks that it's the perfect size for minor leagues, so you feel you're right on top of the action, but you're still very aware that you're in a nice ballpark. So they did a fantastic job here.
Count is full to Alex Zari, who's going to be representing Norwich in the Home Run Derby. Slugged his third home run of the summer last night against the Worcester Bravehearts. Boy, does he love hitting against Worcester pitching. Runner aboard, the full count delivery home. Fly ball lifted out to shallow right field is going to be captured out there by the right fielder, Owen Pinsence. But Cody, once again, thanks for joining us here in the broadcast booth, and that was fun again to watch you perform.
Of course, thank you guys so much for having me. Go see Unicorns, and we'll see you guys again.
Well, one final question. Where can fans go to kind of see some of your music?
If you head to CodyBondra.com, you can find all of our dates and all of our music, and then follow us on social media and come out and see us at a Sea Unicorn game. We'll be in the crowd somewhere.
All right, Sea Unicorn fans, that's Cody Bondra headed to the third inning in Norwich on the Futures League Baseball Network and on YouTube on SN Sports. Divino Digital is your one-stop shop for website design, development, and site management. Divino Digital uses the most up-to-date technology to develop their sites. Whether you are looking to build a small website or an e-commerce site with hundreds of products, Divino Digital has you covered. Check them out, located at 31 Hewitt Road in North Stonington, Connecticut, or give them a call at 860-373-7175. That's right, 860-373-7175.
Congratulations, Abby. You're going to get those headphones. That was a great job. Thank you, and thank you, Sennheiser. Enjoy the rest of our game, Abby. Leading off the top of the third inning for the Bravehearts, their catcher, Wingate University, number 55, Wyatt Hoffman.
Catcher Wyatt Hoffman out of Wingate University, just transferring there. He will depart from the Worcester Bravehearts following this weekend. He will make his arrival to Wingate. Just one hit of the ball game for Norwich. That's Nick Tomasetto. He had a base hit last inning. Alejandro has seen the minimum so far as he meets with the catcher Wyatt Hoffman, and then Carter Hansen and Max Lefrancois due up for the Bravehearts. Right-hander set. The 0-1 delivery home is just outside for ball one. The count is even. 1 ball and 1 strike to the right-handed hitting catcher, Wyatt Hoffman. 1-1 delivery home is a breaking ball lifted to center field, moving back. Dosa still going back. And in medium left center field is there to make the catch on it. 1 up and 1 down in the Worcester third.
Yeah, now I know it's early on in the game, but I just think it's so cool to watch. We've been watching Alejandro his time here in Norwich. He's really grown. You can tell his confidence on the mound. He's picked up some experience, and it's going to prove to be very helpful in his senior campaign.
Carter Hansen to bat, right-handed hitting first baseman. First delivery home is a curveball down at the knees for strike one. Hansen joining the team just about 2 weeks ago. Here comes the 0-1 delivery, low and away, and the count is even. Carter Hansen, rising sophomore, 6'3", 210, out of Wolford College. Him and Noah McMahon, both teammates at the collegiate level, as the fastball is crushed foul down the right field line for strike two. Hansen batting just 184 through 13 games. 7 for his first 38. Right-hander ready, the 1-2 pitch home is swung on and missed for strike 3. Nasty type of pitch there from Alejandro to punch out the number 8 hitter, Carter Hansen.
Yeah, and that ball had some mean drop right there. Again, right as we're talking about Alejandro, he's really looking sharp out there, confidence, and he's put Norwich in position to win this game.
The third baseman, Max LaFrancois. We saw him at second base in the ball game last night for the Bravehearts. Count 1 ball, no strikes. Right-hander coming home. There's a pitch popped up into foul ground. Jaworski chasing after it right by the tarp bag. Will make the grab on it. 9 up and 9 down. 3 scoreless innings for Alejandro as we head to the bottom of the third. You're watching Norwich Unicorn Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Sports.
Come and celebrate 30 seasons of baseball at beautiful Dodd Stadium. Enjoy Norwich Unicorn Baseball from the best seats in the house. 20 and 40-person luxury suite options available now. For more information, contact us at info@goseeunicorns.com. We look forward to seeing you at a baseball game this summer, and as always, go see Unicorns.
During clinics that will cover pitching, defense, hitting, and base running drills, contact our front office for more details on our well-attended, well-received baseball clinic, July the 22nd to the 31st. Thank you.
Owen Turner to bat for Norwich here as the bottom of the third inning just about set to get underway. No score between the Norwich Unicorns and the Worcester Bravehearts. First pitch home to Turner is bounced foul on the third base side. Owen Turner, 6'1", 195 out of Oxford, Michigan. Reached base with a base hit back on Thursday against the Road Warriors. Just the second hit of the summer for Turner. One delivery from McMahon is just outside, and the count is even. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And Turner, he's one of many folks on the Unicorns who are playing their career at Yale. And Turner also a rising freshman, so this really some good experience for that upcoming year. And so far, through 11 at-bats, 182 average, 3 RBIs so far, and this right now is third game in 5 days.
2-1 delivery is sliced foul, third base side, count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes, and as you talk about it, Turner, one of many. Also, Connor Lane, he'll be headed to UConn, so catching staff, a young group, really a young group for Norwich overall, just trying to make the adjustment to collegiate pitching as they take their talents to the next level. The 2-2 delivery is just downstairs. I'm not sure where that missed, but the count nonetheless is full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Turner has the count full. Patient hitter is the catcher. The 3-2 delivery is swung on and missed for strike 3, and I think just getting a piece of it was Turner, and I think he also caught the backstop, Wyatt Hoffman, and that was the reason why he was unable to hang on to it. Just getting a fraction of the baseball was Turner, and that's why this at-bat is still going.
Yeah, Hoffman's going to take a second here and now.
Well, that's what that relationship is all about with the home plate umpire and the catcher. And they have each other's backs. If one or the other goes down due to an injury or they get shaken up, they'll take their time to make sure that their other is going to be all right. The full count again, inside to the backstop for ball 4. So Owen Turner, the patient catcher, drawing a walk to give Norwich a leadoff base runner here in the third. It'll bring up the All-Star recently named Nick Storino. So Nick Storino winning the fan vote is the 8th representative for Team Rose City and the Norwich Unicorns. Ball 1 misses downstairs. Although it was a favorable call to Owen Turner that kept the at-bat alive in a drop third strike. That's why he's aboard with the leadoff walk. Count 1 ball, no strikes to Storino as he bounces it foul up the line over to first. Count is even, 1 ball and 1 strike. Storino batting .327 through 55 plate appearances. Last played for Norwich back on Thursday. It was 0 for 3, held hitless. That snapped his mini 3-game hitting streak that began July 7th. Storino out of New Milford, Connecticut, product of Fairfield University. Delivery home is on the outside corner for strike 2. Favorable call. Storino doing his best to stay composed. Count in the favor of the right-handed starter, Noah McMahon. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The delivery home is outside that time. And the count is even. Storino at the left side, 6 feet 175. Are the measurables on the Norwich utility infielder. We've also seen him play some right field as well this summer. All even, the 2-2 home is taken in there for strike 3. Just at the knees on the outside corner to punch out Nick Storino. There's the first out for Norwich in the third. Second strikeout of the ball game for McMahon. It flips the lineup card over for the first baseman, Bo Jaworski, who grounded out to second in his last plate appearance. Jaworski out of Central Connecticut State. Lifts the first pitch back foul for strike 1 out of Brooklyn, Connecticut. 5'11", 175, riding a season-long 6-game hitting streak. Turner, the base runner at first. He began the inning drawing a leadoff walk. That's the only walk issued so far by McMahon as the delivery home spiked in the dirt. Turner thought about it and is going to move himself back to first base on the breaking ball that dropped maybe 6 inches before home plate there, and a outstanding block by Hoffman to keep it in front of him. Count level, 1 ball, 1 strike to Jaworski, who had his first 4-hit game of the summer last night for Norwich. On the ground to first, collected by Hansen. Over to second, DiGiorio back across to first. And unable to hang on to it was the starter McMahon. So Jaworski is going to reach on a fielder's choice ground out, and a 2-out base runner for Norwich.
And we saw a play earlier on. A little bit of hesitation back then. This time, no holds barred, go for the throw. Hansen unable to field it cleanly, although I think Jaworski might have had the base there, even if it was brought in cleanly, but nonetheless, Jaworski will stay on first.
The center fielder, Caden Dosa, who had a web gem diving catch out in center field to rob a potential hit from Wyatt Hoffman. That's how from Cody Smith to end the second inning. Check back on the runner, Bo Jaworski dives back in head first safely. Caden Dosa, over his last 5 games, batting .579, 11 for his last 19. He's been an immediate impact for Coach Murphy's ball team as he swings through strike 2. And 6 consecutive multi-hit efforts. 3-hit contest for Dosa, the reason why. Last night, 3 for 5, 2 runs, couple of RBIs, along with a double.
Yeah, I was just going to mention that. We talked about Jaworski and Callahan's performance, but Caden Dosa, don't let him go unrecognized.
Strike 3 called at the top of the zone to end the inning Borderline call takes care of Caden Dosa, and we're through 3 innings here in Norwich. Similar to last night, no score between the Unicorns and the Bravehearts. You're watching Norwich Unicorn Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Sports.
Festival brought to you by the Greater Norwich Area Chamber of Commerce returns to Dodd Stadium Saturday, October the 5th, 10 a.m. to 2.
The Norwich Unicorns are proud to celebrate 30 seasons of baseball at beautiful Dodd Stadium. The point-of-sale merchandise store has you covered all season long and is pleased to offer new merch weekly. From the Norwich Navigator days to today, we honor our past and celebrate our future. Gear up today at the point-of-sale team store, open for all home games and 24/7 access online at GoSeeUnicorns.com. We look forward to seeing you at the ballpark this summer, geared up in the Sea Unicorn spirit. And as always, go Sea Unicorns.
Just about set to commence the 4th inning. No score between the Norwich Unicorns on this Saturday night in the Rose City. Pitchers duel to begin matters between these two future league foes. As we begin this 4th inning, back to the top of the order, Shea Grady, who grounded out to short to begin his night here tonight. Shea Grady just about set to take his first cuts here in the 4th inning. Grady, a rising sophomore, 5'11", 170 out of Bryant. Brantford, New Jersey native, watches ball one just narrowly miss outside. And the strong start for Alejandro is no question. He's been a strike thrower, hovering around the edges. The 1-0 delivery is popped up towards the shortstop. Zari in shallow center field is going to make the catch on it. Right on the lip of the grass where the dirt meets the outfield grass here in Norwich. Take care of the leadoff hitter, Shea Grady. And Ryan, when your throw strikes, it is forcing this Worcester team to have to be aggressive a little earlier than they'd like to in counts. Henry DiGiorio showing bunt, pulls it back, strike one, right down Broadway. Alejandro, 3-pitch mix, fastball, slider, also has the curveball. 0-1 delivery coming home in there for strike two. Dialed up the fastball that time, and 2 pitches, 2 strikes to the shortstop, DiGiorio.
And Alejandro really making worth of these innings that he's being allowed to pitch. He's putting on a masterclass.
DiGiorio, he'll be a riser out of Northeastern, Franklin, Massachusetts native. Count leverage for Alejandro, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch home is a check swing, and they'll say that he did go around for strike 3. Alejandro able to punch out Henry DiGiorio for out number 2 here in the 4th. And for Alejandro, he has him punch out number 2 here tonight. That was a nasty breaking ball, and that's why you get awkward swings like that. 2 up and 2 down. It's Owen Pinsence, the right fielder. There's the big bender for strike 1. And shaking his head there is Owen Pinsence. He was not at all pleased with that strike call. Him and Sean Callahan, both teammates at University of New Haven. A swing and a miss there for strike 2 on a wipeout pitch. And Alejandro just 1 strike away from working a clean 4th inning. 0-2 coming home is taken downstairs. The Waterford, Connecticut native Alejandro is about to pack his bags and go into the dugout, but the battle's still going. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Alejandro waiting for the sign from Turner. Setting up outside the 1-2. Check swing, and they'll say that he did hold up. And the count is even between the All-Star Owen Pinsence And Hector Alejandro, who is having an all-star caliber kind of outing. He has been dominant for Norwich as of late. The 2-2 delivery, reaching out, poking it up the first baseline. Alejandro, underhand style to Bo Jaworski, through 4 here in Norwich for Alejandro. No score as Norwich comes to the plate in the home 4th. You're watching Norwich Scenicorn Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Sports.
Family Motors has arrived. They're your local auto super center. Put some excitement in your day and rent a Polaris Slingshot from Strain Family Motors, adjacent to the Green Onion Restaurant on River Road. Check out Strain Family Motors Super Center on Facebook as well as strainfamilymotors.com for everything sales, service, and excitement. River Road, Lisbon, Strain Family Motors, your local auto super center.
7 p.m. And that will be followed by post-game fireworks brought to you by Liberty Bank. Tickets for the All-Star Game start at $10. That's Monday and Tuesday. Hope to see you out here. Following that fireworks performance on the 23rd, our final regular season fireworks show will be on August the 2nd, Friday, as we host Vermont at 6:30 p.m.
Southern Connecticut's own Nick Bossy will be performing a post-home run derby concert on Monday night. That'll begin right around 8 o'clock Eastern time after the Futures League Best. We'll try and slug him out of here. Once again, we're excited, as Cody Bondra alluded to. Yes, Nick Bossy is going to be here to perform following the Home Run Derby right around the corner. That's on Monday. Get your tickets now at GoScenicorns.com. Once again, over to GoScenicorns.com for more information. Just about set to begin the bottom of the 4th inning. A.J. Soldra followed by Connor Lane and Nick Tomasetto. As Norwich will try and get on the board here for the first time tonight.
And it's so cool. It seems like there's always things to do and entertain yourself with here at Dodd Stadium. Live music, fireworks, you name it, it's here. What a great atmosphere. Norwich truly, in my opinion, maybe I'm biased, but sleeper pick for baseball city of Connecticut.
Well, Norwich has enjoyed 30 years of baseball, of unbelievable history here on this very field where some baseball greats have begun their professional career. Fonzo Soriano won, Madison Bumgarner, Sergio Romo, I mean, you name it. A lot of stars have begun their career in the minor leagues with the Norwich Navigators and the Connecticut Defenders. The 1-0 delivery down in the dirt for ball 2. A.J. Soldra out of Orange, Connecticut, 6 feet, 170. Lean, mean machine is Soldra at the plate. Here comes the 2-0 delivery. In there for strike 1 on the inside corner. Soldra over his last 5 contests, a 500 hitter, 7 for his last 14. 5 runs scored, couple of RBIs. Here comes the 2-1 delivery from McMahon. Chopped to second, collected there by Shea Grady. Will flip over to first. And Soldra is retired for the second time here tonight.
And, you know, Soldra hasn't had the start he wanted, but he really is somewhat of, now, he seems like you're just waiting. Any second he could blow up. Might not be now. We've got a whole heck of a lot of baseball left to play.
Still plenty of runway here with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th as the catcher Connor Lane, who is doing the DHing, and we've seen a lot of DHing from Connor Lane as of late, and there's no questions why. His bat has come roaring to life, crushed his first home run of the summer last home game against the Road Warriors as he pops it up into right field. Moving over towards the chalk line is the right fielder Owen Pinsence to take care of Connor Lane, who was jammed on the inside fastball. 2 up and 2 down. To take care of the dangerous 3-4 hitters in the Norwich lineup.
And Connor Lane makes us wish we had some advanced stats there on the field. I would love to see that exit velocity. Every time he hits the ball, this crowd, heart skips a little beat right there, I think.
Nick Tomasetto has the only hit tonight. Watch a strike run across Broadway. Nick Tomasetto, product of Rutgers University, over at third base here tonight for Norwich. The 0-1 delivery, curveball, swing and a miss for strike two. Fastball, curveball in the mix right there. That's why you get a swing like that. Hard to stay patient after watching McMahon toss his fastball. Full count leverage for the right-hander. The 0-2 pitch home is lifted to right field. Moving in is Pinsent, and he's going to make the play on it. A pair of flyouts to end the frame in the fourth. No score between Norwich and Worcester here on this Saturday night entertainment series at Dodd Stadium. You're watching Norwich Unicorn Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Sports.
Buy better. Better it burns. Much better. So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy.
We're gonna have a little axe throwing challenge, okay? You go. Whoever's gonna go first can go first, all right? Ooh, we got one on. Ooh, just missed. Come on, guys, let's hype him up a little bit. 2 on, that's going to be tough to beat. He's coming back. Oh, so close. You can tie it up right here. Ooh, and he knocked one off. I don't know, guys. You guys are both going to win. Back to you, Ed.
Thanks, Drew. They're going to win tickets to Tree Trails Adventure. It's located at 715 Noank Ledyard Road in Mystic, Connecticut. Nice job, kids.
Buy better. Better it burns. Much better. So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns. You buy.
For Worcester, the designated hitter, Dylan LaPointe.
Join the Unicorns for a special evening as we welcome motorcycle riders to bring their bike and participate in a bike show. Registration required by reaching out to KC at GoSunicorns.com and help raise much-needed funds for veterans through a Reason to Ride. Once again, a Reason to Ride bike night coming to Norwich when the Unicorns play host to the New Britain Bees at 6:30 p.m. Presented by John Heyman Law. Once again, head over to GoSunicorns.com for more information. It's the designated hitter, Dylan LaPointe. Middle of the order due up for Alex Dion's team. There's a swing and a miss for strike one. One in a long line of first pitch strikes here tonight for Hector Alejandro.
And LaPointe, his last at-bat, fly ball to first base, and right there, hit by a pitch. He's going to take first base. But I was just about, right as I was about to give compliments to the chef, Alejandro. Off goes LaPointe, and now maybe not the start to the inning he wanted, but I was just about to mention Alejandro, his pitches and his positioning on his pitches, especially those breaking balls tonight. That has been the reason why there is a 0 under the hit column for the Bravehearts.
Delivery home on the ground. Backhand stop by Zari to second is going to get away. This is going to be a dangerous situation as LaPointe is going to move to third, and taking second on the throwing error is the left fielder Max D'Alessandro. We'll see if they scored as a hit or an error. Big spot here as Hector Alejandro had been on cruise control through his first 4 innings here tonight, and they are going to charge it as an error. And I think that is one that Alex Zari is going to take. Runners at second and third here with nobody out. Alejandro trying to navigate a tightrope here
as Alex Zari is going to be charged with an error, but made an incredible play to keep that in the infield diamond. Pitch is back to the screen for strike one. That hit batsman is the first batter that Alejandro has plunked this summer. He's only allowed one wild pitch. He's been over the strike zone here tonight in control of all his pitches. He tries to work on the left-handed hitting center fielder Cody Smith, who was robbed of a potential extra base hit thanks to the defensive work of Caden Dosa, which has been a familiar sighting. Recall last home game against the Road Warriors. He made a terrific catch in the gap in left center field to rob a potential hit of Joe Muzio. The 1-1 delivery popped him up on the infield. There is Tomasetto to make the catch. There is out number one in the fifth.
The catcher, Wyatt Huffman.
Now Alejandro's going to get a chance to work himself out of what quickly became a sticky situation, but again, the confidence he's had going on through this season, there's one got to do it. It's Hector Alejandro.
Alejandro going to work against the catcher, Wyatt Hoffman. First delivery to Hoffman misses outside. Nice snag there by Owen Turner. That one from going to the backstop. 6 feet, 185 from the right side of the box is the Berlin, New Jersey native Hoffman. Batting average 220 through 17 contests. 1-0 pitch home is swung on and missed, and the count is even. 1 ball and 1 strike. Righty on righty matchup with runners at second and third and 1 away. Alejandro working from the stretch for the first time tonight. The breaking ball is a fly ball punched out to right field. Moving back is the right fielder. That is Sean Callahan, and tagging up and scoring is Dylan LaPointe. It's a sacrifice fly for Wyatt Hoffman, and it's Worcester who strikes first. Productive at-bat there for Hoffman, who drives in his 8th RBI of the summer. 2 away, but a base runner still at second base. And that is represented by Max D'Alessandro, who reached on an error committed by the Norwich shortstop earlier in the frame. A nice response so far from Alejandro, who's settled down to retire the last 2 in order. First pitch, a strike on the outside corner to Hansen, who struck out his last time up back in the third. Delivery home from Alejandro is tapped foul for strike 2. Quickly the count is no balls and 2 strikes. Hansen out of Hillard, Ohio, 6'3", 210. Power hitting first baseman. The 0-2 delivery is swung on and missed for strike 3. Big strikeout there from Hector Alejandro to turn away Carter Hansen. 1 run does come in to score on a sacrifice fly. And it's the Worcester Bravehearts who've jumped out to a 1-0 lead, headed to the bottom of the 5th in Norwich. You're watching Norwich Unicorn Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Sports.
Safe to visit the dentist. In a word, yes. Especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
Actually, technically, I did not get a hit, so.
All-Star Experience coming to Norwich and Dodd Stadium on Monday and Tuesday. Next week, right around the corner. Get your tickets now at GhostUnicorns.com. Once again, over at GhostUnicorns.com is the Home Run Derby on Monday, and then Scout Day and the All-Star Game on Tuesday. Callahan aggressive on the first pitch, bounce to third. There is left Francois, who is able to fire across the diamond. Take care of Sean Callahan. One pitch, one out for Norwich in the home fifth.
And the Francois showing his cannon of an arm there, making the throw. Good out.
Bring up Alex Zari to the plate, who is 7 for 24 all-time against Worcester pitching. Has rocked them for 6 runs, 14 RBIs. Pair of doubles, has hit 2 of his 3 homers against Worcester, but both of those have been at Fitton Field. Norwich, a late inning team, has been blank so far to this point and held to just 1 hit. The delivery home from McMahon is outside for ball 1. This is almost a spitting image of the ball game that transpired last night, but it's the Bravehearts who strike first on a sac fly. Other than that, we're in this very same spot at this juncture in the ball game. It was finally in the 7th inning after Brady Stewart, the starter for Worcester, was departed from the ball game. The 1-2 delivery home is a base hit lined into right field. Alex Zari stays hot at the plate and has hits now in back-to-back contest. The 1-out base hit for the Norwich shortstop. Talk about a little payback there, and helpful there for Hector Alejandro after committing the earlier error.
Yeah, you mentioned during the break, Alejandro, you know, you hate to see your teammates falter, but Irizarry's error over in the outfield did, on the stat sheet, it will help out Alejandro just a little bit, but Irizarry there, quick apology there, gets on first base and see if he can set the Sea Unicorns up scoring opportunity.
So it brings up the Norwich DH, Connor Lane. Excuse me, the catcher, Owen Turner. My apologies. They both have the white helmets, but it is, in fact, the catcher, Owen Turner, who drew a walk. It was a leadoff walk back in the 3rd inning. Up again here in the 5th with a base runner aboard. That's Alex Zari as he fouls it back. The count is even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Turner had some big hits in his high school career at Brothers Rice, Bloomfield, Michigan. Fortunately, a season cut short at the very end, falling to Northville in the state championship. Just trying to help Norwich get jump-started offensively as ball 3 misses outside. Nice grab there by the catcher Hoffman to keep that from going to the backstop. Count is full, 3 balls, 2 strikes with the runner aboard and 1 out. Righty on righty matchup here. The full count delivery is sawed off foul and a nice protection swing from Turner as it goes towards the Unicorn dugout on the first base side.
Yeah, the on-deck batter, Nick Storino, almost caught a foul ball to the face right there.
Full count again, bounce foul. That's never a good sign to get one to the teeth. It's not a good feeling. Maybe not so much a good sign. I mean, I don't think you have any control of a foul ball headed in your direction, but that doesn't feel good as Storino's having a chuckle there with Bo Jaworski. Count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count delivery is popped up into the bleachers. It sails. Turner and McMahon battling here with 1-out base runner. Turner has been doing this here tonight. Been a foul ball machine to stay alive in at bats. Still the count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. The right-hander coming home is downstairs for ball 4. Had to take an extra second to make sure that wasn't going to be a strike 3 call. Norwich has base runners at first and second for All-Star Nick Storino.
Yeah, and an at-bat like that can be so frustrating for McMahon. Turner did a great job. You mentioned it throughout the at-bat, staying alive, foul ball machine, and now we're going to get a little chat here at the mound between McMahon and Hoffman.
For Owen Turner, that's just his first 2 walks drawn this summer through 11 at-bats coming into play here tonight. New Milford, Connecticut native Nick Storino, the batter. Out of Fairfield University. Against Worcester so far this summer is 6 for 9. Batting average at .667, including a home run, 5 RBIs, has drawn 4 walks. Reno has enjoyed his time playing against Worcester, trying to make the action happen with 1 out and a couple aboard. Zari standing on second and Turner the base runner at first. McMahon dealing home, ball 1. There was the 12-6 curveball. Reno was caught looking his first trip to the plate. Trying to help Norwich even the scoring here in the 5th inning. They've been held to just 2 hits. The 1-0 delivery is chopped foul up the first baseline. Count even, 1 ball and 1 strike. Reno trying to battle with the starter McMahon. The 1-1 is weaved at for strike 2. Storino, prior to attending Fairfield, was an all-NEPSAC first team and all-New England honorable mention at Canterbury High School, located in New Milford, Connecticut. Trying to help Norwich get something started. Another dominant outing by a Worcester starter here in this series. 2 strikes on Storino with 1 away. There is ball 2 outside, and the count is even. For Brady Stewart last night, 6 scoreless innings against the Norwich offense, allowing just 4 hits. The 2-2 again. That one is slapped foul up the first baseline. Storino in a battle here with the starter Noah McMahon. Storino just wrapping up his junior campaign at Fairfield, batting .294 with 4 home runs, 32 RBIs. Working on an even count, the 2-2 pitch home almost ran in and clipped him, and the count is full. Storino's been battling foul ball after foul ball, just trying to get a pitch that he can do something with. Wouldn't mind a walk either. Norwich will take their base runners any way they can get them. Count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Hoffman set up outside, and that's where McMahon located it. As once again, Storino barrels it up foul down into the bleachers up the left field line. Storino, the number 9 hitter, just trying to restart the batting order. Almost 2 leadoff hitters, one at the top of the order, and Storino in the 9 spot. Been a tough out all summer, and that has not changed here. The 3-2 again is taken outside for ball 4. Back-to-back walks issued by McMahon, who had a battle with the number 8 hitter Turner, and now Storino, who was able to foul off plenty of tough pitches that looked almost untouchable. Storino just got a piece of it to finally draw a walk.
And the Sea Unicorn faithful were doing what they could, too, to have an impact on that at-bat. We heard some clapping and some noise from the stands, and now the hometown kid coming up at bat with bases loaded, only 1 out. We're going to have a little chat here on the mound.
Going to bring out the Worcester pitching coach as Bo Jaworski stands in. We'll show you the graphic of Bo Jaworski and what he was able to do for Norwich last night. The ball game against the Worcester Bravehearts. First 4-hit night of the summer, 4 for 5. First 2 RBIs. Sac fly, a hit of any variety, a walk produces the first run of the night. And there's a look at that graphic. Plenty of things I think that jump out at the naked eye.
Yeah, and stat lines like that is how you beat a team 16-0. But of course, Worcester, you got to keep any athlete in that sense should keep a short-term memory. Come out here and do what you can. But You're playing against guys like Bo Jaworski and Sean Callahan, who just had heck of a nights for both of them. It can be tough, and here we are back to our game with bases loaded, 1 out. Bo Jaworski, a chance to make something happen.
So Jaworski riding a season-high 6-game hitting streak. First delivery home to the Norwich first baseman downstairs for ball 1. Jaworski against Worcester, 6 for 11, 5:45 entering play tonight. He has crushed Worcester pitching to this point. The 1-0 delivery is a strike on the outside corner, and the count is even. Jaworski, 5'11", 175 from the left side of the box. In his collegiate career at the Division III level at Mitchell College, where he crushed collegiate pitching at the D3 level, since transfer to Central Connecticut. The 1-1 delivery on the ground to first, snared by Hansen to second for 1, and that is the only play that they would get. Jaworski has himself a fielder's choice ground out and produces the first run of the night as Alex Zari comes home to score, and we're all tied at 1.
Yeah, and if you're the Unicorns, you know what? You'll take it. It's a game-tying run here in a game that so far through 5 innings, it's looking to be a close one. It's been a competitive season all around. I think if you look at the standings here in the Futures League, any game can go any direction at any time.
That was an unbelievable play by Carter Hansen to come up with a baseball and robbed Bo Jaworski of a potential base knock and extra runs on the board. Runners at the corners as Dosa fouls away, strike 1. Dosa tonight is flew out and struck out. Back up for the 3rd time here tonight. Trying to give Norwich the lead with 2 outs in the home 5th. Norwich immediately able to answer back after Worcester struck first. There's a pitch hammered foul into the bleachers on the left field side. Quickly, McMahon ahead, 0-2. This is all because Owen Turner and Nick Storino were able to battle their plate appearances to get Norwich to this point. Whereas we started in a stalemate, the 0-2 is outside for ball 1. Dosa at the high school level was an all-star with his high school team batting .361 with 20 home runs. There's a pitch that gets away from the catcher Hoffman, and Turner's going to come home and score. A wild pitch from McMahon has given Norwich a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, and that is an unfortunate mistake to make for Hoffman right there, as all of a sudden a tie game, and an at-bat which started in favor of McMahon thanks to the work of Dosa and then the wild pitch. Now Norwich, they take a lead for the first time tonight.
Jaworski advancing to scoring position. He's at second base as Caden Dosa stands in a 2-2 count. As ball 3 just missed outside. Been a gray area, those outside pitches on either edge of the plate. Dosa has worked the count full after falling behind 0-2. Norwich has gotten to McMahon here in the 5th to take a 2-1 lead. The 3-2 pitches waved at and missed 4, strike 3. McMahon able to come back with a strikeout at Dosa. But Norwich is able to play some small ball and take a 2-1 lead. You're watching Norwich Unicorn Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Sports.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
Why are we getting killed like this?
Kyle's not here. Got caught drinking beer in the park a couple of nights ago.
Really?
Yeah, 0 tolerance. He's out for the season.
Harsh.
Hey, he knew not to drink. We've made that clear to all of our kids, right?
No, not really.
Bill, if we don't tell them what we expect and why they shouldn't drink, how are they going to know?
Talk. They hear you. For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
You're usually better at home. What's going on? There you go. Get it on the board and you get everything. There we go.
Here's your prize. Sadly, it's going back to you at Have Fun.
Well, thank you, Tyler. Great job with the cornhole call. Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. The winner in our Long Home Products raffle is James Zachary from Preston, Connecticut. Congratulations, Jane. Please report to the Dime Bank information booth to claim your prize. Long Home Products, serving all of New England for your replacement windows, doors, roofing, and bathroom remodeling needs. Long Home Products. Thank you. Leading off the top half of inning number 6 for Worcester, the third baseman, Max LaFrancois.
Extra Alejandro back out to toe the rubber to begin the 6th inning, was Norwich has immediately punched back with a pair of runs to take a lead. Ball one misses inside to Max LaFrancois, hometown of Worcester, Massachusetts. Staying around his neck of the woods this summer to play some Futures League baseball with the Bravehearts. The 1-0 delivery is a fly ball lifted out to straightaway center field. Dosa backing up is out there to make the grab on it for out number 1. 2 pitches, 1 away. An economical night continuing for the Yukon product, Hector Alejandro.
The second baseman, Shea Green.
And as long as Alejandro keeps this pitch placement up, team should find success. They've been able to ride off it so far as they sit comfortably with a 2-1 lead.
Delivery home from Alejandro, 12-6 breaking ball just missing downstairs. The leadoff hitter, Shea Grady, 0 for 2, is grounded out and flew out. There's a fly ball lifted into left field. Camping underneath it is A.J. Soldra. That was a pitch that was left over the heart of the plate, but just getting underneath it was Shea Grady. As Soldra makes the play in medium left field for the second out. Henry DiGiorio, the shortstop, to bat with 2 gone in the Worcester 6th. Alejandro has been a strike thrower as ball 1 just misses inside. That's just his 5th pitch of the inning, but has already completed 2/3 of the inning. Alejandro ready. The 1-0 delivery home is on the ground to short. Backhand side. Zari in the outfield grass is able to throw a strike to the first base bag. What range over there by Zari to take care of the shortstop DiGiorio. And Norwich holds their 2-1 lead intact as we're headed to the bottom of the 6th inning. You're watching Norwich Unicorn Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Sports.
Divino Digital is your one-stop shop for website design, development, and site management. Divino Digital uses the most up-to-date technology to develop their sites. Whether you are looking to build a small website or an e-commerce site with hundreds of products, Divino Digital has you covered. Check them out, located at 31 Hewitt Road in North Stonington, Connecticut, or give them a call at 860-373-7175. That's right, 860-373-7175.
SN Sports on YouTube is a streaming partner for the 2024 Sea Unicorn season. Local sports information and the Norwich Sea Unicorns on SN Sports on YouTube. And when you go home tonight, fans, you can go on YouTube, SN Sports, watch the game. You may see yourself. Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. Now pitching for the Bravehearts, Sacred Heart University, number 30, Mitch Hawkins. Hawkins now pitching for Worcester.
New reliever into the ball game for Worcester is right-handed reliever out of Sacred Heart, Mitch Hawkins. He will make his first appearance of the summer for the Bravehearts. Rising junior, 6 feet, 165. So the night has come to a close for the starter of the Worcester Bravehearts. That was number 51, Noah McMahon, who will finish his night working 5 innings, allowing 2 runs in the ball game. Both of those runs were earned, and just 2 hits to the Norwich offense, and maybe a welcoming sign as the relievers enter the ball game. Norwich did all their damage last night against the Braveheart bullpen as the big bender falls in for strike 1. Hawkins at Sacred Heart this past season with the Pioneers, 7.36 ERA as Soldier slaps it foul on the first base side. 11 appearances with the Pios, 22 innings worked, surrendering 36 hits in that stretch and allowed 18 earned runs. Trying to find his form in the Futures League. The 1-2 delivery is cut on and missed for strike 3. Soldier punched out to begin the Norwich 6th. And for AJ Soldra, that's now 5 strikeouts for him over his last 5 contests. It was as difficult as a player to try and strike out since he joined Norwich, as ball 1 is going to run in and hit the cleanup hitter Connor Lane. So Mitch Hawkins plunks the cleanup spot Connor Lane, and Norwich has themselves a 1-out base runner. Maybe that's the kind of pitch you'd rather be hit by. That was a curveball that ran straight inside to Connor Lane. Better than a fastball. Norwich has themselves a 1-out base runner as it's Nick Tomasetto who stands in. He's got one of the 2 hits tonight for Norwich.
And one word I would use to describe Tomasetto during his tenure here in Norwich has been reliable. He's been a guy I think manager Kevin Murphy can just look to play efficiently, get his job done. You know, like Coach Belichick always said, do your job, Nick Tomasetto.
Well, he's done that and has done more. He's been a clutch player for Norwich. Remember that stretch where Norwich was winning games in 8th innings? It was because of this man right here, as there's a wild pitch that is spiked in the dirt all the way to the backstop. And that's going to allow Connor Lane to turn on the Jets and propel his way to second base. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes to the Manawa, New Jersey native Nick Tomasetto, where for Tomasetto so far tonight is 1 for 2, a single and a flyout for the Rutgers product.
I think you were very well-spoken there, too, with Tomasetto. He's got
There's
the
a single dumped out into left field. This is going to put the green light up, but Norwich has runners at the corners. Old Reliable gets the job done yet again. Second hit of the night gives Norwich runners at the corners. Connor Lane to third and Nick Tomasetto back aboard. Inning continues for Sean Callahan.
And that was what I was talking about right there before the contact there. Tomasetto, it seems like in moments you've got yourself a 1 or 2 run ball game, or pretty much any time after the 7th inning, Tomasetto, he turns it up a notch.
So here comes Sean Callahan, who is looking to get aboard for the first time tonight and help Norwich extend their lead. Delivery home to Callahan, missing outside for ball 1. Callahan this summer entering play tonight, 500 hitter against the Bravehearts, 4 for his first 8. Now is 400, 4 for 10 after being retired in his first 2 trips to the plate. 1-0 delivery is slashed the other way. Moving back is the left fielder D'Alessandro to make the catch shy of the warning track. Tagging up and scoring from third is Connor Lane. It's an RBI sacrifice fly for Sean Callahan, and Norwich has extended their lead to 2.
And a great hit from Callahan. And we were just talking about it. This guy, he's an RBI machine, brings Connor Lane home, drives the score up 3-1. And now, up at bat, our home run derby representative for the Unicorns, Alex Zari.
Zari singled to right his last trip to the plate back in the 5th. The runner is going. That is Tomasetto. Head first slide in safely. Nick Tomasetto swipes second and is into scoring position for Alex Irizarry. Take a look at this jump from Tomasetto, and boy, did he have a good one. He was about 3/4 of the way to second. Was able to slide into the outer corner of the second base bag. Count 1 ball, no strikes to the Quinnipiac transfer, Irizarry. The 1-0 delivery home is waved at for strike 1. Count even, 1 ball and 1 strike to Irizarry with 2 outs and a base runner at second. That's Nick Tomasetto. Even count delivery at the top of the zone. That straightens up Irizarry. Wasn't pleased with the call. But Mitch Hawkins has the door cracked open to end the frame with minimal damage. Once again, Norwich getting the job done against the Worcester bullpen. Set up outside Hoffman. The 1-2 delivery is slashed up the third base line. It is a foul ball. Diving after it was the third baseman, LaFrancois. A good thing that was in foul territory as it ricocheted off the backhand of his glove. That potentially could have given Norwich a 4-1 lead. Instead, the count is still 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And that one foul probably by a few inches if I had to guess from up here. But you're right, as that one bounced off LaFrancois' glove. If that play is whistled fair, I think we might have had another run scored.
1-2 again, topped foul. That's to the first base side. Irizarry has been a clutch performer, and this is nothing different for him at the high school level. At Catholic High School, he led East Catholic to a 25-0 perfect season, CCC league title, and Class M state tournament championship. That was back in 2020. 1-2 again, back to the screen, and the battle going here. Zari, about as tough a competitor that you'll find on the ball field, is battling here with the reliever Mitch Hawkins. Hawkins this past season, opponents hit .367 against the right-hander. Offered 1 wild pitch and hit a couple of batters. Look back at the base runner, Tomasetto, the 1-2 again, sawed off foul. This inning for Norwich. Here in the 6th inning, began with a strikeout, but then a hit batsman of Connor Lane. He would later come around and score. Tomasetto followed with a single to left field, and a sac fly by Sean Callahan has extended the Norwich lead to 2. Irizarry in a 2-strike battle here with the reliever Mitch Hawkins. The 1-2 delivery home is a high chopper foul again. 4 straight foul balls, and the battle still going here between Irizarry and Hawkins.
Irizarry with these foul balls. He's going to really try and wear Hawkins down here in the later stage of this half inning. 2 outs. Tends to be where we see these Unicorns prosper.
See what gives here on the 9th pitch of the at-bat. The righty set the 1-2 home, back to the mound, up the middle. A tough play for the shortstop. DiGiorio had a rush his throw, but it's in time. 6-3 ground out to end the frame here. But Norwich gets the job done on a sac fly by Sean Callahan. 3-1 for Norwich as we're headed to the 7th in the Rose City. You're watching Unicorn Baseball. Streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Sports.
Come and celebrate 30 seasons of baseball at beautiful Dodd Stadium. Enjoy Norwich Unicorn Baseball from the best seats in the house. 20 and 40-person luxury suite options available now. For more information, contact us at info@goseeunicorns.com. We look forward to seeing you at a baseball game this summer. And as always, go see Unicorns.
For all construction projects, commercial and residential, it's P7 Construction. They're local. Find them on Facebook. Once again, for all your construction projects, check out P7 Construction on Facebook for more information. And we'd also like to thank Capital Property Group in Jewett City for sponsoring this broadcast tonight on SNSN Sports on YouTube. Once again, Capital Property Group, you can find them on Facebook, and thank you to them for sponsoring tonight's game in part on YouTube. Ready to rock and roll in the 7th, as this is officially the longest outing of the summer for Hector Alejandro. After he was able to work his way through the 6th inning, officially his season high in innings worked. Going to make it through the 7th. Aggressive on the first pitch. Fly ball out to shallow center field. Dosa on the run. Sliding is able to make the catch. Caden Dosa yet again strikes with a diving catch in shallow center field.
Designated hitter, Dylan LaPointe.
And Dosa, watching right here on this replay, watch the extension there. The dive he makes, the run in. There it is. Caden Dosa putting his body on the line to keep the no-hitter alive.
This will bring up Dylan LaPointe. He was hit by a pitch his last trip up. One pitch to take care of Owen Pinsent as ball 2 misses inside. To the DH, Dylan LaPointe, who's also a catcher for the Worcester Bravehearts out of Florida Atlantic, Valrico, Florida native, 6'1", 205 at the right side of the box. Bouncing ball over to third. Tomasetto on a hop, fires across the diamond, reaching out there is Bo Jaworski to take care of the DH, Dylan LaPointe. Two gone for the left fielder, Max D'Alessandro. He reached on an error his last trip up back in inning number 5. Alejandro has been on a roll here tonight, has retired the first 2 in order to begin matters in the 7th. The delivery home, overthrown fastball. Turner is able to bring back down, but first delivery missing for Waterford, Connecticut native Alejandro. Right-hander ready, the 1-0 pitch home. Popped him up into foul ground. That is going to drift into the seats. And the count is even. 1 ball and 1 strike. D'Alessandro in left field tonight out of Rowan College, Mount Laurel, New Jersey native. Here comes the 1-1. Back over our heads, over the luxury suite deck. Quickly the count has jumped to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Alessandro will be a rising junior at Rowan. 6'1", 185 is the righty batter. Alejandro ready, the 1-2 home is outside and the count is even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Alessandro this past season at Rowan, a .374 hitter in 59 games. The 2-2 again. Sotomayor foul, first base side. 87 RBIs in 59 contests with 19 home runs. 83 runs scored. He was a difference maker in the middle of the order for Rowan. Alejandro trying to take care of him with 2 balls and 2 strikes and 2 outs in the 7th. The 2-2 delivery home again is swung on and missed for strike 3. Deposit that sword, my friend. You're through 7 here tonight. Hector Alejandro continuing to dazzle against this Worcester offense. Is able to take care of D'Alessandro with a nasty wipeout pitch. Stretch time in the Rose City next on the Futures League Baseball Network and live on YouTube on SN Sports.
And stretch and sing along with Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Great job, and thank you so much Physical Therapy for sponsoring our 7th inning stretch.
The New England Lobster Rolls make their return as a part of the 30th season celebration at Dodd Stadium. The Connecticut Tigers' alternate identity in 2018 and 2019. The Lobster Rolls will take on the Vermont Creamies, the Vermont Lake Monsters, in the back half of a home-and-home food fight. Get your tickets now at GoSceneCorns.com as the Norwich Scenicorns play host to the Vermont Lake Monsters, who will be the Vermont Creamies on July 27th. That is a Saturday night as the entertainment series continues. The 1 delivery is hammered, and that is going to sail foul into the bleachers. And it's going to take a fun bounce out to the kids' zone area by the Mashantucket Pequot Barbecue Pavilion.
Nothing like those little grass patches for the kids to play catch on. It's always, usually got them with baseball mitts and gloves, but sometimes I thought I saw football over on the right one right now.
Ball 1 misses outside. All the youngsters out there in attendance here tonight. On this Saturday night, the 1-2 delivery is taken for ball 2, and the count is even. 2 balls and 2 strikes against the Scenicorn catcher, Owen Turner. Turner will be headed to Yale in the fall to begin his collegiate career. The 2-2 home again, outside for ball 3. Turner just completing his high school career at Brothers Rice. That is where DJ LeMahieu went to high school. 3-time MLB All-Star DJ LeMahieu as the 3-time walk recipient, Owen Turner, back aboard as he draws his 3rd walk. He's got a hat trick of them tonight. Norwich taking base runners any way they can get them as Nick Storino comes to the plate.
Yeah, you mentioned Turner now getting another walk, and when you're down 3-1, a leadoff walk is not exactly what you want to give your defense. But props to Turner for his ability to draw.
Ball 1 misses downstairs to Storino, who is a recent addition to the All-Star game that's going to take place right here on July 23rd, Tuesday night. Get your tickets now. You'll get to see Storino and a host of Scenicorns participate. As ball 2 misses outside, Storino tonight has been struck out looking and has drawn a walk. Righty on lefty matchup with nobody out and Turner aboard. Ball 3 downstairs. Plenty of athletic genes in the family of Nick Storino. His father, Carl, ran track at Sacred Heart. Has 2 siblings, Joey and Braden. Storino's studying business. Right now trying to continue to keep Norwich in business here in the 7th. Strike 1 crosses the outside corner. Turner began the frame drawing a leadoff walk. Norwich tries to battle here against reliever Mitch Hawkins. who was touched up for a run. He entered in the 6th. 3-1 pitch home. On the ground to second. There is Grady to second for 1. The throw to first gets away from the first baseman, Carter Hansen. So Storino grounds into a fielder's choice ground out, 4-6.
The first baseman,
Worski reached on an RBI ground out that he scorched the first baseman, Carter Hansen. If it wasn't for Hansen, this game we could have a different score right now. Storino, the base runner, with 1 out and the leadoff batter up. Jaworski trying to dump it the opposite way. It's going to go foul. Into the Worcester dugout, bullpen. That's the dugout that houses the pitching staff of the Bravehearts. There's a good group of them there in left field. So we'll see how long the leash is here for Hawkins as there's some movement in the Worcester bullpen down the left field line. Hawkins working ahead of Jaworski. No balls, 1 strike. Right-hander in the stretch coming home. Storino in motion, and he's going to take second without a throw.
And Hoffman, a business decision right there. Maybe trying to prevent what we've seen a few times here from the Bravehearts. We've seen a couple of wild throws, so Hoffman there, his decision allows Storino advancing to second.
For Nick Storino, that is stolen base number 7 of the summer. 1-1 delivery home to Jaworski's, caught on and missed for strike 2. Jaworski trying to bring home a potential 4th run. That's Storino. The 1-2 delivery is waved at and missed for strike 3. Bo Jaworski sent packing as he's punched out for the first time tonight, and Mitch Hawkins has himself a second out here in the home 7th.
And now coming up, Aiden Dosa, who hopefully he's not feeling too sore after that athletic play he made out of center field. Great plays from Norwich's defensive. Part of the reason why they're winning this game.
Home to Dosa is a wild pitch. The catcher, Hoffman, couldn't find it as it bounced in front of him. And Storino is up 90 feet. He's traveled to third. Norwich has a base runner at third now, 90 feet away, and a 1-0 count to the center fielder, Caden Dosa. And for some of his struggles offensively tonight, obviously not accustomed to seeing that for Dosa, who had his batting average over the 480 marker coming into play. He's been a wizard defensively. Bouncing ball headed up the middle. There is the second baseman, Shea Grady, to take care of Dosa. Norwich goes down here in the 7th inning. Just 1 walk issued, and that would be all. Norwich strands a base runner at third, but they have the lead. It's 3-1. Headed to the 8th inning here in Norwich. You're watching Norwich Scenicorn Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Sports.
The action.
The Norwich Sea Unicorns are proud to celebrate 30 seasons of baseball at beautiful Dodd Stadium. The point-of-sale merchandise store has you covered all season long and is pleased to offer new merch weekly. From the Norwich Navigator days to today, we honor our past and celebrate our future. Gear up today at the point-of-sale team store, open for all home games and 24/7 access online at GoSeaUnicorns.com. We look forward to seeing you at the ballpark this summer, geared up in the Sea Unicorn spirit. And as always, go Sea Unicorns.
Thank you, Gigi. Nice job, Claire. Old Safe for Southwind and the Your Sea Unicorns want you to arrive home safely and have a great night of sleep. If you're in need of a new mattress, pillows, maybe a recliner, Visit Olsley, Route 32.
Every Sunday is a Sunday fun game with post-game kids run the bases and have a catch in the outfield. Children 12 and under are invited on the field following the game to run the bases and have a catch in the outfield with their families. Baseballs for Have a Catch are presented by CT Dodd, and Sundays are also our First Mate Club days. The First Mates Club is open to children 12 and under. As a member, you will receive a ticket to every Sunday home game, receive a t-shirt and credential to show off your membership in style, receive discounts at concessions and merchandise stands on Sundays, as well as participate in a season-ending ice cream social on the last Sunday of the regular season, presented by K&H Equipment of Plainfield. Count 1 ball and no strikes to the leadoff batter in the inning. That is the center fielder, Cody Smith. Count has quickly moved into the center fielder, Cody Smith's favor. 2 balls, no strikes. Alejandro back out to begin the 8th. There's a line drive over to second. And I think it also might have snapped the bat of the center fielder, Cody Smith, as the Nick Storino is there to make the catch on it.
Yeah, the sound coming off of Smith's bat. I think we both expected that one. You said line drive. I think we thought that one was going to drop into a little deeper in, but reeled in by Storino, and down goes Smith.
Good contact off the bat, but unfortunately he's going to be down a bat as well. There's a bouncing ball back to the rubber. Alejandro there to scoop it and toss over to Jaworski. 2 up and 2 down for Worcester here in the 8th.
The first baseman, Carter Henson.
Like a cat, Alejandro, the way he pounces there, but also was able to set his feet and make sure he was able to make that play. The PFPs, which the major league level, they work on all the time in spring training, as Alejandro deals strike 1 to Carter Hansen, who struck out in both of his trips to the plate so far tonight. Right-hander ready, the 0-1 home downstairs. Count is even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Alejandro taking his time, stepping off the rubber. Carter Hansen out of University of Massachusetts. Excuse me. 1-1 pitch in there for strike 2 on the inside corner. Carter Hansen out of Wofford College. Hilliard, Ohio native. Another Carter Hansen that plays for the Minutemen. 1-2 pitch is taken outside, and the count is even. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Unicorn fans are letting the umpire know of their dismay and disagreement with that call, but nonetheless, 2-2 count.
Here comes the even count delivery, taken for strike 3 on the outside corner. Presentation as the chef has worked his way through 8 scoreless innings here tonight. The fans let the home plate umpire know their thoughts of the earlier call, and then it's the catcher Owen Turner who tugs it back into the zone for strike 3. Headed to the home 8th in Norwich. Unicorns holding a 3-1 lead here on the Futures League Baseball Network and live on YouTube on SN Sports.
Family Motors has arrived. They're your local auto super center. Put some excitement in your day and rent a Polaris Slingshot from Strain Family Motors, adjacent to the Green Onion Restaurant on River Road. Check out Strain Family Motors Super Center on Facebook, as well as strainfamilymotors.com for everything sales, service, and excitement. River Road, Lisbon, Strain Family Motors, your local auto super center.
attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. Now pitching for the Bravehearts, Northeastern University, number 14, Carson Walsh. Walsh now pitching for Worcester, leading off for your C Unicorns left fielder, A.J. Soldra.
A.J. Soldra to lead it off as he swings away at strike one, tapping it foul. New reliever in the ball game for the Bravehearts. That is right-handed reliever number 14. Number 14, that is Carson Walsh out of Northeastern. Sterling, Massachusetts native. Took us a second to find him on our roster as he deals strike two on the outside corner. Soldier trying to get aboard for the first time tonight, has grounded out twice and has struck out. Count leverage for the reliever, Carson Walsh. Bouncing ball, chopped to short. There is DiGiorio across the diamond to take care of A.J. Soldra for the first out in the Norwich eighth.
The designated hitter, Connor Lynn.
That was a great throw from DiGiorgio from shortstop to make that play. Excellent arm.
Serene Gatorade High School Baseball Player of the Year, Connor Lane, who's headed to UConn in the fall. He's already begun taking classes at the University of Connecticut. We almost had ourselves a souvenir, and I wasn't ready for it, but would have had to make a quick reaction time, almost like Alejandro on the mound tonight. The 0-1 delivery. There's a pitch, crushed to left field. Racing over, though, and making the catch on it is D'Alessandro. Lane smoked it down the line in left field. And I'll tell you what, Max D'Alessandro made that look a lot easier as he reels in out number two.
He did. D'Alessandro showing off some, looks like some track speed. I know usually track and field and baseball are around the same season here, but maybe he ran into some indoor track because he's got some wheels. Made that look easy.
Here comes the Rutgers product, Nick Tomasetto. 2 of the 3 hits are his for Norwich tonight. As ball one almost sails in and almost clanks him. Walsh, the new reliever, 6 feet, 185. Handed reliever, working from the stretch. Delivery home is in there for strike one, and the count is even. So far through 9 appearances, a 1-1 record for Walsh. 7.66 ERA in 16 2/3 innings worked. There's ball 2 that misses outside over the lefty batter's box. 18 punch-outs and just 8 walks issued so far this summer from Walsh. Ball 3 misses downstairs, and some count leverage building here for Tomasetto. The 3-1 pitch home, taken upstairs. It's a walk drawn by the Norwich third baseman, Nick Tomasetto, who's back aboard for the 3rd time tonight. Inning will continue for Sean Callahan. Callahan produced the 3rd run of the ball game for Norwich with a sacrifice fly. That was back in the 6th inning for Norwich. 3 runs tonight on 3 hits and an error committed. 2 runs in the 5th and 1 in the 6th. 1-0 pitch home to Callahan is punched out to center field, and out there to make the catch on it is Cody Smith, as it was sinking in a hurry, and Smith able to track it down to end the frame and rob extra bases of Sean Callahan. It's the 9th inning next here in Norwich. You're watching Norwich Unicorn Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Sports.
Buy better. Better it burns. Much better. So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You
Summer is here and the temps are soaring, but it seems like insurance prices are too. Let the Burns Agency bring the relief. Our quality coverage at unmatched pricing with top-notch service makes us the trusted choice for Eastern Connecticut. Home, auto, business, life, the Burns Agency does it all. We're a third-generation, locally owned and operated agency with 2 convenient locations. Walk in, give us a call, or chat online today. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Better, better it burns. Much better. So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns. You buy better it burns. You buy better.
Time to take a tour around the out-of-town scoreboard. The Brockton Rocks and the New Britain Bees currently delayed due to rain at Campanelli Stadium. It's the Bees holding a 5-4 lead. Westfield Starfires leading big over the red-hot Vermont Lake Monsters, 10-3. Vermont had come into play here tonight, winners of 7 straight ball games. Here tonight, the Norwich Unicorns holding a 3-1 lead over the Worcester Bravehearts. Ready to commence inning number 9, and yes, Hector Alejandro back out there to begin the 9th inning of work for Norwich, as he'll meet first with Max LaFrancois on the ground as Shorty Zari takes care of out number 1. 1 pitch and 1 out here in the 9th. That's the kind of night it's been for Hector Alejandro. First pitch strikes, and Worcester's been biting at them all night long. Back to the top of the order, Shea Grady. First pitch home is a high fastball that misses for ball 1. Well, the success of Alejandro, a big credit to the defense behind him here tonight. 1-0 pitch home on the line to center field. Dosa has a beat on it and is able to make the catch on it for out number 2. Keaton Dosa's been electric tonight in center field. Another strong jump in the read off the bat to take care of the leadoff hitter, Grady. We'll bring up the shortstop, Henry DiGiorio. 0 for 3 tonight. First delivery, a strike. Ooh. Wonder where that one missed. Just upstairs for ball 1. DiGiorio has flew out, struck out, and grounded out. First pitch home, upstairs, ball 2. Alejandro trying to keep his eyes on the prize in a 2-0 count with 2 outs. In the top of the 9th inning, Norwich holding a 2-run edge over Worcester. Alejandro waiting for the sign from Owen Turner. And is going to want to roll through the signs once again with his catcher, Turner. Been an electric outing from Hector Alejandro, who's been all over the strike zone tonight. As far as for Alejandro, 52 strikes to just 29 balls. Unbelievable outing in the making for the Yukon product out of Waterford, Connecticut. Trying to take care of Henry DiGiorio. With 2 away, the 2-0 pitch home. Misses outside, it's ball 3. Plenty of noise coming from the crowd on hand tonight. The 3-0 down Main Street, strike 1. Alejandro back into the count. The entire dugout for the Bravehearts up on the top step. And everyone hanging over the banister railing in the Norwich dugout. The 3-1. Topped foul for strike 2. And the count is full. Worcester down to their final strike here tonight. It's a full count between DiGiorio and Alejandro as the crowd comes to their feet in Norwich. The right-hander ready, the 3-2 pitch upstairs, ball 4. So the ball game will go a little further as Alejandro issues a 2-out walk as the fastball just misses upstairs. That's going to bring out manager Kevin Murphy, who's going to call time. And so is Owen Turner, Bo Jaworski, and the entire infield defense coming in here. Trying to take a deep breath here. Soak in the moment for Hector Alejandro. A couple quick words from manager Kevin Murphy. Want to make sure he gets his starter Hector Alejandro dialed back in for the ever so dangerous right fielder Owen Pinsence. Two base runners tonight for Worcester. An error and a walk. Alejandro has been spot on tonight. Looking for one final out here tonight. This against Owen Pinsence, the delivery home. Back up the middle, Zari charging in. Fires to first. No hitter tonight for Hector Alejandro. No hits the Worcester Bravehearts. Say goodnight to Worcester. Hector Alejandro fires a no-hitter. Out comes the water cooler as they'll shower Alejandro in the no-hitter effort here tonight in the Rose City. Norwich winners of 8 of their last 9, and it's victory number 28 of the summer for Norwich. Stick with us here, the post-game interview with tonight's star of the game. It's Hector Alejandro as Norwich takes down the Worcester Bravehearts on back-to-back nights. Don't go anywhere. The post-game interview and the post-game recap show coming up next on the Futures League Baseball Network and live on YouTube on SN Sports.
We have the All-Star Experience here at Dodd Stadium. Monday and Tuesday. Home run derby on Monday. All-Star game on Tuesday. Following the All-Star game Tuesday, great fireworks show brought to you by Liberty Bank. After that, you'll see Unicorns go on the road for 3 games at Vermont. Our next regular season home game will be on Saturday.